What a beautiful boat. And I'm in my rented Swift Cruiser 14.8 here from Killarney Outfitters. Let's give it a try. Loving the way the canoe tracks, the speed. I'm in a headwind right now. It feels like I got a tailwind. This is how fast this boat's moving, especially compared to the Keewaydin 14 I just tried out. Even with the tailwind, I was really pushing it to go about the same speed I am now. Let's see if we can push this boat along, see how fast we can get it. Yeah, it just glides. A lot easier to paddle with the S gunnels here, tapered in. Very stable, like it has some shake to it. This is more, I find it more stable than the Keewaydin. Just moves so elegantly. I feel like it would turn pretty well too. I'll have to test that shortly. There's even room to crisscross your legs and rest them up a bit. You don't want to have them in the footrest. Here you can see how close to the gunnels you can get. It really makes paddling feel effortlessly. Now let's see how well it turns. Into a headwind, just barely any effort. That is amazing. Way better than my 15-foot beach marine. You really want to power through some big waves. Just look at the sheer speed in a headwind. Man, I dreamed to do this in my other boat. Here we are with some big side waves. Let's see how they rock against the boat. Going perpendicular to the wind now. Boats are rocking, you're getting a little seasicking, but not bad. Definitely has the speed that I've been looking for. The ability to turn, the ability to handle headwinds. I'm thoroughly impressed with. And see here, it fits my slog bag perfectly. Just trying it out now with the canoe paddle. And maybe my paddle's a little long, but I also buy a shorter paddle. Let's see if that helps. But yeah, this is really well. As you can see, you do get your hand a little wet with the, if you do the proper canoe stroke, because you are sitting lower to the ground. Maybe I could prop myself up a little bit with something. But I was worried that I was going to lose the relaxing feeling of canoeing on calm lakes that you get from the simple, slow simplicity of a canoe stroke. And I think I'm going to be quite fine with this, so. You think my wife will let me buy this one? Find out next year on the Pray for Nathan show. I prefer the Cruiser. I found it to be more stable and faster. Looking at the specs, they are pretty similar. The Keewaydin is about ½ an inch wider and 8 inches shorter. The optimal load capacity of the Keewaydin is 20 pounds less than the Cruiser, if that matters to you. And as far as the pack boats go, I don't see why someone would get a Keewaydin 14 over a Cruiser 14.8. Now, if you want a fast solo canoe that you can sometimes use a kayak paddle on to get out of the wind jams, but you want to primarily use with a canoe paddle, I highly recommend the Keewaydins. Otherwise, I'm getting a Cruiser.